All right. Good morning, y'all, or good evening, y'all. You know the drill. Hey, Pablo. Good to see you, buddy. And Henry, man. Good to see you too. Shoot. Yeah, I couldn't live stream in America because frankly the internet wasn't fast enough in that country. I got to be clear, my Vietnamese friends are very surprised to find out other countries like America. You mean to say it's not 3G signal across the entire country? That's weird. You mean it's not true that all coffee shops all have ridiculously fast internet? Why wouldn't they? You mean it's not free at the airport? Huh? Why wouldn't it be free? They don't get the fact that Vietnam is by far the fastest internet having country I've been to in my life. Hey, even Japan has got it password protected. So, hey, Melissa. Yeah, good to see you too, hon. So anyway, the fastest internet I could find in America was 20 megabits a second. Right now I'm pulling 70. So that'll work. So yeah, again, we're back in the live stream thing here. So that goes a long ways. Henry, yeah, when I go to my grandmother's in rural Georgia, it's like having no internet at all. Right. Well, if you can't even watch YouTube, let alone do anything, yeah, it's a little tricky. So anyway, feels awesome to finally be back, to the old home village. So anyway, just so you all kind of know each other, yeah, Pablo and Melissa are two wonderful folks from Colombia, digital nomads, so to speak, looking at moving to Vietnam here. Henry, good buddy of mine from East Side, United States. Been to Vietnam, 3 times now, I think, huh? And looking at living here long term. So, yeah, y'all are good people. Y'all should meet up here eventually and when the time comes here in Vietnam. I'm sure that'll be a treat. All right, Henry, buddy. We'll look forward to seeing you soon. You gotta. It'll be fun for you to compare Hanoi and Hue, 2 totally different lives, my friends. So that ought to work out really well. But anyway, hey, we're at the really nice advantage here for you guys because today I wanted to say I've been traveling for 20 years or something. And actually, I've made a whole bunch of mistakes already, huge mistakes already. I've gotten ripped off. I've gotten incarcerated in Thai prison. I got robbed by gangsters. I've gotten robbed by folks in South America. I got tricked by a bunch of scams in Spain. I've had my bag stolen and lost 4 times. I've had my computer stolen, phone stolen, backup hard drive stolen. Yeah. Let's see. I've had identity theft 3 times. I've had my phone stolen 4 times. I've had money stolen. Oh, shoot. Countless times. So, yay! I get to tell you all of the mistakes that I made, huh? Because in retrospect, all of that, everything I just said right there is totally preventable. Totally preventable. Yeah. And usually quite easily. So yeah, it's my hope that by just taking an hour of your time, I can just say, hey, here's the mistakes I did. Here's how I fucked up. And here's what I do now, so that only happens once, right? It's our old classic friend. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So anyway, of course, any of y'all, as usual, can fire away any questions, statements, ideas, or experiences in your own case that you'd like. But where to begin? Well, look, Ultimately, what we're talking about here is, if I were to simplify it down a little bit, um, right? Keep your stuff yours. That's it, right? Because actually, in a practical sense, whether let's just say you've got a phone and you forget it in the bathroom at an airport, it's gone. Somebody pulls it out of your pocket, it's gone. Or it falls out of your pocket while you're going down the road on a motorbike, it's gone. And all of those cases, they're different causes, but the result is you don't have a phone anymore. So it doesn't really matter if it was stolen, forgotten, or lost. In fact, on insurance claims, they have that. What they actually say is the old-fashioned lost or stolen. Because again, I want to be clear. It doesn't matter if you lost it or it was stolen. Either way, you had it before and you don't now. Simple as that. So actually, all tips related to making your stuff yours, keeping it yours, are relevant. And yes, so they're grouped together. Don't lose your shit and don't get your shit stolen. So I guess where to really begin on that? I guess we'll start small and then go bigger. How about that? And again, feel free to fire away any questions y'all got. But step one, call it what you will. Yep. First things first. Yep. Definitely a personal bag, fag bag, satchel, something. You got to have something along these lines at all times. Now, this is a little trickier for dudes because dudes are used to letting their pockets do the heavy lifting. And that makes a lot of sense, and on your normal life, maybe in your hometown and or to work and back or whatever, that might make sense. But when you're traveling anywhere on Earth, let alone, in Vietnam, you've got to have, I just call it a fag bag, and hey, it's, and Henry mentioning, yep, usually just use the pockets. Yeah, again, at home, that's fine. But I suppose you could follow the first rule yet. If you actually bring out no phone, no money, no IDs of any kind, basically you bring out nothing with you as you go and walk the streets. That is as ideal as it gets. It doesn't get better than that. You have a very hard time getting shit stolen if you don't have anything. If you have the clothes on your back and that's it, sweet action. Sweet action. That's, again, really the pinnacle and the number one thing. It's hard to do much at that point. For example, make calls, buy anything, take pictures, travel anywhere, that kind of thing. But, if you can go that route, then go that route. Let's see. Henry, never use a back pocket, and the bag is definitely the best. Right. Well, the second best are pockets like this. Okay, they zip. Actually, all of my pants, the pockets zip. And if they don't zip, I bring them over to the little old ladies with the conical hat and then the sewing machine thing, and I make them sew a zipper onto my pockets. Yeah, fun fact. Yeah, yeah, it's 50,000 for a zipper. Isn't that some shit? Yes. In other words, for for the equivalent of $2 American, they can put a zipper on anything. For $5 American, they can actually add a pocket to any article of clothing, minus shoes, that you got, even a dress. Yeah, they can actually, they will actually, like on pants, for example, cut right here, put the pocket behind it, and then put the zipper. Oh, yeah, shirts, you name it. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Now, when we're talking about traveling and, being on the road or walking around and zippers and this and that and that and that and that, what we're really talking about is something like this, something like, a quick fag bag. The most important thing is it gives your mind only one thing to remember. So let me elaborate a little bit. It gives your mind one thing to focus on. Now, what's the opposite of that? Sounds like this. Well, I got my money back here. I got my phone right here. I've got my e-cig and kit over here. I've got my passport back at the room, and then I have my backup credit cards and wallet right over here. So if I need to buy a drink, I got to pull up my wallet from this pocket. But I make a call, I pull that out from this pocket. I have loose change, I have it in this pocket. So whenever I leave, I need to okay, got my watch, got my glasses, got this wallet. Where's my phone again? Oh, wait, I set my phone over there. Your mind has a lot of things to remember. So you've got to spend extra mental energy to remember where everything is at any given time, let alone switching from right pocket to left pocket to pulling it out, putting it on the table. I set the e-cig on this table, the phone over there when I'm talking to this guy, chart. If you just have one bag, everything is in one bag, then your mind has to remember only one thing. That's pretty awesome. So as far as I'm concerned, the bag is with me at all times, everywhere, no matter what. Even if the bag is empty, it's still with me. Because maybe I'll buy a beer on the way home and, this fits 4 beers, by the way. Or I get some extra money, or I want a place to put my keys, or whatever the case is. It's all in one spot. So out of habit, I have one bag at all times. This is always with me. Even when I walk into my office, yep, my bag's with me. When I have my portable battery that I travel with, yep, it's in this bag along with all the wires. My full e-cig kit, it's all in there. The money is in the same slot, always right in the front at all times. Brilliant. So whether I'm sitting right here, literally live streaming and not leaving the house, I got my bag. So having one single bag like this is mission critical. It's mission critical, especially when you're traveling. Now, in my own case, it extends to even when I'm home, meaning if I was in America working my normal job, yep, I've got a bag. Yep. It doesn't sit in my stuff doesn't sit in my car. Doesn't need to. No, I'm not a wallet guy at all. I haven't been personally. I agree that wallets are a good idea for the right person at the right time. For me personally, I just don't have that many cards. No bank cards, no credit cards, no driver's license I go around with. What's left? Insurance card? No. Social Security card? No. What's left? I don't really have anything card related that I need to bring with me. As a result, a wallet would basically be empty, or it would just be empty with no cards and then just some cash in it. But then why have the wallet? Everyone's different, but that's me personally. If you don't have a wallet, can't get stolen, can it? Now, other things related to the fag bag here is it is superior to pockets. Now, a lot of people are really good about pockets. Oh, I've never lost anything out of my pockets, this and that. Well, you got a few main issues. Number one is, what if you're riding a motorbike, and I'll just demonstrate. What if you're riding a motorbike or riding a bicycle, in my case, your legs are right here. Anything that's in your pocket can fall out more easily than you think. Now, if it's super deep in there, we're doing good, but you can already see right here, this phone is already a quarter of the way out of my pocket. So how much effort would it take for this to fall out? I mean, what if I rest my arm on my leg? Okay, it's halfway out. Not only can other people see it, but let's just say no one steals from me. What are the odds that on a long enough timeline, 100 hours of sitting like this while moving around, bumping, sliding, what are the odds that a phone eventually, once, ever falls out? I don't know. I don't say never. Don't say never. Yeah, it's just a matter of time before your phone's gone because you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You put it in your pocket. Sure, you could zip your pocket. Sure. What are the odds you forget to zip your pocket once? 100%. Yeah, everything in your pocket is losable. It's thievable, falloutable. I mean, hey, what if you go to the bathroom in a public space? Whoop, drop the old pants. What are the odds something will fall out of your pocket? 100%. Sure, you might remember it. Fine, sure, great. But we got to factor in here. What percent of the time are you distracted? What percent of the time are you in a hurry? What percent of the time are you sleep deprived, thinking about something else? What percent of the time are you drunk? What percent of the time are you talking to somebody over here? Yeah. Don't assume that your head is always in the game at every single stop, everywhere you go, always. That's not true. Eventually, the human mind will just forget some stuff. So if you have 5 things to remember, 5 pockets, places, things to hold on to, or items bringing with you, you will eventually forget. So that's the tragic part. Oh, Quentin, buddy. Hey, fun fact, everybody. Quentin Van Vuden just got married this last weekend. 8 days ago. And so, yeah, now he's a handsome new father, beautiful new wife, and living in Hawaii City forever. So if you all, Henry, Melissa, or Pablo, find yourselves in Hawaii, you're definitely going to meet this lovely fella. So anyway, good stuff there, huh? So, yeah, be as careful as you possibly can. Now, one step above or one step up from the fag bag here. Hey, awesome, she says. One step up is actually one of those personal under the clothes, what do you call those things? Travel pouch? Fanny bag? Nah, travel pouch, under the clothes travel pouch. So they're flat and just like it sounds, goes under your clothes. Oh, they're amazing. They're amazing. If any of y'all can find a Google image, that would be great. Money belt. Thank you, Quentin. Yep. Yeah, those are really, really sweet. Now, that is the pinnacle. That works the best. If you had that only and nothing else, you're laughing. You're laughing. Those are effectively unstealable and or unpickpocketable. And on top of that, the money belt things, they fit your phone usually. So you can have your phone slid in there and have the whole thing underneath your clothes or outside your clothes, whatever, underneath your clothes, and 0 things in your pocket, and you're all set. Now, I did want to tell you the 2 times that I got my phone stolen. Let's go with the first one. The first time that I got my phone stolen was, I'm just talking about in Vietnam. Yeah, basically, I was walking with a buddy of mine, phone in my pocket, because I'm an idiot, because I am so dumb. I didn't know that you never put your phone in your pocket. Oh, yeah. Oh, and on top of that, I didn't back up any of my photos at all for the whole trip. Not at all. You don't need to do that. I did not. I didn't even set up the Find My Phone, app. Nah, where's my droid? Didn't set any of that up. What's the MEI on that? Didn't even look. Yeah. Did I even put a password on it? Nah. Full access to full banking, Google account, everything right on the phone. Yep, sure did. Yep. And then I put it right in my front pocket. The next step, if you're a real idiot, if you did all this stuff, and you're a huge idiot, then let's see. Then on top of that, you go out and then get super hammered. Yeah. And then you walk around everywhere with riffraff at like midnight or 2 a.m. Yeah. Now this is, again, if you're apocalyptically stupid, which I was. And then eventually there was a group of people that came up, and some wanted to do the motorbike thing. You want lady, you want boom, boom, you want smoke me, love you, those kind of guys. And it was fine. I was talking to him, etc. But then one gal came up and tried to hug me. And I'm like, no, 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 no. And then another girl wanted to try to hug me over on this side. And I'm like, no, 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 no. And tried to hug my buddy. Like, no, 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 get away. We're leaving. All right, fine. And then they all left. Phone's gone. Yep. My phone's gone and his phone's gone. Yeah, buddy. This is classic. This is classic. So the people that steal your phone are not always the gangster looking guys who are all rough and tough and no, 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 no. The people who steal your phone could be some super hot smiling chick with a bunch of makeup. Yep. She does this all day long. Goes around, finds really dumb guys like me, walking around the street drunk like me, with phones in their pocket like me. She could see I had no fag bag. I had no money belt of any kind. She could see the square right there in my pocket. Easy target. Oh, yeah, and I was. And, yep, came by. It's as fast as you can do that. Phone's gone. Oh, yeah, and they're out. They're on a motorbike. As soon as they snatch it, they hand it to the next person. Hands are empty. What do you mean, sir? Something like that. Yep. That was tremendously annoying. That was very annoying. Mm-hmm. And most importantly, completely preventable. Completely preventable. So don't do that. Don't do any of that. Sure, you could sit in your own mind and say, well, I'm more attentive than average. No, you're not. I just won't talk to anybody. Yes, you will. I just won't let anybody come near me. Yes, you will. I'm more smart against scams than average people. Fine, but that doesn't mean it's zero. Yeah, and so they will eventually steal your shit. That's what I'm trying to say. So be very, very careful about that. Hey, Blake, buddy. Mm-hmm. Would you say Ho Chi Minh City is worse theft and crime? Because that's what everyone seems to say when talking about it. Well, here's what I can say. One thing that's universally true is 99% of people are awesome, honest, and great. Okay? I will state that, generally speaking, regardless of city. Okay, well, in Hue City here, 1% of 300,000 is 3,000. That means, let's say there's 3,000 bad people, in this city. Okay, well, you don't run across them that often. All right, well, what's 1% of 10 million? Ooh, now you're talking about 100,000. 100,000 bad, shady people. So if you were to ask me a question, are there more thieves and more negative people in Ho Chi Minh City than Hue? Well, yes, by default, by mathematics. Now, does that mean that they're higher concentrated? I don't know, maybe. But here's the thing. Thieves, as usual, let's remember, are opportunists. That means they're going to look for the weakest one of the herd. They're going to go where it's easiest to steal from people. They're going to go to places that, are conducive to, allows them to steal the most, the quickest from the dumbest people. Now, in this case, too, by stealing from tourists is awesome because you know what? You could go on one street, steal from 10 people, and guess what? Tomorrow or next week, they're gone and they're never coming back. They'll never report you, never turn you in, have no legal authority of any kind, won't bother beating you up, no recourse anywhere, don't hunt you down. Yeah, isn't that something? So actually, by robbing tourists, that is the best and easiest way of going about it. It really is. So I would say, Henry, as a answer to your question, if you... to be fair, if you go to the biggest, most densely populated city in the entire country, and then you go immediately to District 1, which is the number one tourist district in the entire city, and on top of that, you put your phone in your pocket, have no bag, and you bring around, and this is true. This is totally real. I see this every day. People go around, and if they were to empty their pockets, Boom, passport. Boom, iPhone. Boom, $300 in cash. Boom, wallet and all credit cards to be able to get home. Woo, all in one shot, dangling out of their pockets while they're just drunkenly walking around the street at 2 a.m. Is it more dangerous in Ho Chi Minh City? Yeah. But also, if you imagine 1% of people are just super dumb, yeah, you got thousands of super dumb people walking around Saigon all the time. So do the math. Yeah. If you were to look around online on the forums and, hey, watch your stuff, but you're going to get robbed if you're in Ho Chi Minh City. Probably right. Yep. If you could probably find 5,000 people that got robbed pretty easily. Yeah. Now, it doesn't mean that Vietnam is necessarily all dangerous or Saigon people are worse or anything like that. Again, it's simple math. Now, again, this could be avoided by A, don't put shit in your pockets. B, don't go out with it in the first place. Why is your passport in your back pocket while you're going out getting drunk at 2 a.m? Why would it ever be there? What do you got to check your ID at the bar or something? Come on, use your head. Use your head. Yeah. And I do want to point out, problems happen at 2 a.m. that just don't happen at 2 p.m. If you're going to pick a time to go out there and have some fun, have fun from like 10 a.m. until like 10 o'clock at night. 12 hours a day of glory. Do that. And then at about 10, dial it back a little bit. That's way better than sleeping in until 5, going out partying at 8 p.m., and then partying until 6 a.m. You're going to get a lot more riffraff that way. Go figure. Come on. Any intuitive person will tell you that. Now, moving forward, let's see. That's the getting stolen stuff, part of the equation. Now, moving forward a little bit. Okay. The other things that could get stolen or taken and so forth. Let's go here. Wallets and cards. Wallets and cards. Okay. Again, what's important, I literally do this to this day everywhere I go, or every country I'm in, even to this day right here every day. I go through my bag before I leave my house. What's the minimum I need in my bag before I leave? Battery charger, battery wire. Okay, fine. Yes. Do I need my passport? Fuck no. Birth certificate? Credit card, ATM card? Nope. Don't need it. Oh, I just got paid a couple mil yesterday. Do I need that? Fuck no. Maximum amount of money I need at any given time is 500,000. Oh no, I need less than that. 200,000. Yeah. So I bring the minimum amount of money that I need, with the minimum amount of cards and minimum number of everything. So even if, God forbid, I lose my bag, still cool. It's not a disaster. Now, this is going to sound overly nuts, but once you've had the situation happen, it makes perfect sense. Right here. Yep, I do this religiously, and I tell everyone who goes out traveling to do this religiously. Photograph everything you've got. It's not that hard. So, for example, when I would bring my friends to Mexico, yeah, before we go, we photograph every single page in their passport, and then take all of these cards that they've got, front and back. Thankfully, credit cards usually have the, if lost or stolen, please call this number with this. Yeah, that's written right on the card. That is super useful. That is so useful, man. So as a group, we take photos of all of our documents, stuff like that, all of our plane tickets, all of our shit, basically. And then let's say it's 4 people, we create a kind of like a shared folder, so to speak, meaning there's Brad's folder, then there's Tom's folder, then Henry's folder, then Quentin's folder. Yeah. And then do an encrypted zip. That means zip it up with a password, such as Viva Las Vegas or whatever, with a password, and then email it to everyone in our group. Sweet. So now, God forbid, if we were traveling, and God forbid, if Quentin, let's just say, were to lose his wallet in Mexico, boom, instantly, any of us, here's the phone number to your bank. Here's the exact picture of your credit card right there. Yeah. Oh, what credit cards did you have in your wallet? These 4. Exactly these 4. It was exactly the Discover card that can be reached at this number. Here's your 16 digits that you otherwise need, plus your PIN code, plus the number that you have in the back. There you go. Oh, and then you also had your debit card from your bank withdrawal from this bank attached to this account. Here's the number. Life is so easy. You can bounce back from a lost wallet like within an hour. You bounced back. And you replace some cards on the way, back up funds and sources here and there. Life is good. Life is good. If you have none of that, it's going to take you longer than 3 minutes to solve your problem. It's going to fuck the next couple of days at least. Definitely. And then on top of that, fuck you when you get home. Oh yeah. So, it might seem weird and like being too overly paranoid to take photos of everything in your wallet and everything you're bringing with you. But after you do it the first time, you realize that it takes less than 10 minutes and is all super fast and super straightforward. It's a great plan. It really is. So that's an example of preventative, sort of stuff. Same thing. If you lose your wallet or you lose your passport, and you have no photos of it, no photocopies of any kind. Well, if it's gone, it's kind of hard to copy it, isn't it? But if you have a color photograph of it ahead of time, hit a print shop. You can hit a print shop and have in paper, printed out in color, copies of all your shit and backup IDs, snap of the fingers. So this preventative take photos of everything is a huge, huge deal. Most people forget it because you don't normally think of that on your normal day-to-day life, but it's huge, fast, and easy. So I'm going to underscore that one big time. Now, while we're on the same note, backing your stuff up, specifically, let's just say phones and cameras and that kind of thing. I can tell you right away, when a person loses their camera, or in my case, because I'm an idiot, lose my phone, at the end of my trip. They couldn't have stolen it at the beginning. Nah, they got to steal it at the end. Month in Thailand, all the photos. I didn't back up any of them. None. Not a single one. Not a single voice recording. Not a single video. I put all of my entire trip's photos and videos on one phone, and that's it. That's it. It only exists in one place in the world. That I break the screen and can't use this phone, my entire trip's photos are gone because I'm an idiot. And if my phone gets stolen, which happened, I lose everything because I'm an idiot. A guy who the GoPro falls off their helmet and bounces off onto the street over a cliff. The GoPro is replaceable for a couple $100. The photos and videos and footage that you've had are irreplaceable. You can't do it unless you do the trip again, I guess. But here's the thing. Backing up your photos and videos is easy. It's easy. Okay. Now you might know a lot of this stuff already, but oh, I could not. Pardon me. All right. Yep. iCloud, let's just say. But here's the thing. To turn this on, to buy extra cloud storage and so forth is not that expensive. To give you an idea, I have 100 gigabytes of Google Drive / Google Photos storage. And oh my gosh, it's like $25 a year, maybe. If it was $200 a year, it would be worth it. But here's the other thing. Any photo under a certain size, like under 2 megabytes, is free storage. That doesn't count towards your limit. So what does that mean? Well, make all your photos 1.8 megabytes and then just back them all up instantly on the cloud. That means you take a photo, bang, within seconds, it's already on the cloud. So if you lost your phone, you don't lose any footage, any videos, you don't lose a thing. You don't lose any data. That's huge. That is super, super huge. And yes, for me personally, I set it to automatically back up continuously in the background. For large scale videos, I have my phone automatically back up videos when connected to Wi-Fi, and all photos being backed up at all times over the cell phone network. No questions asked, instantly. Yes. And on top of that, I also have them back it up to the iCloud photo library as well. Why not? I've never had too many backups and been pissed. I've only been pissed when I have 0 backups. So basically, I store all of my important stuff from my computer, from my phone, from anywhere in my life or otherwise, all on Google Drive and Google Photos, and let alone iCloud. It is a great way to go. Great way to go. And on top of that, as many of you may know already, you can set it up on your phone such that when it backs up photos and videos from your phone to, let's say, Google Photos, it can then remove it from your actual phone itself. In other words, free up the storage on your phone itself, and you can still access it. In other words, if you click on the video in Google Photos, it'll still open. The video will still open from the cloud, but it frees up the storage on your actual device. What a world we live in. Okay, this was absolutely not reasonable nor possible 15 years ago. Shit, no, impossible. But now it's easy. Now it's automatic. So if you don't have automatic savings and backups and cloud storage these days, you're an idiot. Seriously, it might as well be free. If you're going to spend $2,000 to make a trip across the earth, spend the extra $20 for data backup. How about that? So anyway, while we're on the topic, Okay. These are a very good idea. Blur and dash lane. Blur and dash lane. Now, I use Blur. Dash lane's a little more popular these days. But basically, it works like this. It's a single point where all of the passwords for all of your accounts are all stored. That means if I'm sitting on my computer, for example, and I can fire up Blur in my own case, and when I, let's say, type in my banking password and so forth, I don't actually physically type the whole thing in. No. Blur will show up and say, hey, would you like us to remember your password for you? Sure. And username? Sure. So then I set it up with Blur, username and password. Terrific. Every time I hit my computer, Blur will actually autofill the username and password for me. So far, so good. It's not stored on my browser. Nope. It's stored on Blur. Okay. So now when I pull open my phone, oh shit, what was my bank password again? I have Blur on my phone. So now I can, and same thing, I have Dashlane on my phone. So, you're trying to access wellsfargobank.com. Okay. Yep. By the way, you have a remembered password that you stored with us on your computer at this time. Would you want to use that same credentials? Oh, sure would. In fact, clink, 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 clink. Done. Because I have, again, I have it on my phone. Why is this useful? Well, you don't have to remember all of those all the time, so that's really handy. But the other hand, it's one single point of, point of failure, point of, one thing to remember. It's the equivalent of having a money belt or the equivalent of having one fag bag. So here's an example. When my phone got stolen, well, let's remember, I've got PayPal on my phone, banking on my phone, email on my phone, Facebook Messenger on my phone, Skype on my phone, blah, 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 blah. So far, so good. Now, if I normally speaking, I would have to then change my email password, change my iPhone password, change my iCloud password, change my banking password, change my PayPal password, change all my passwords because my phone got stolen. Or, which I actually did, I just went on to Blur, changed my Blur password. Woo! Now my phone will not autofill any passwords whatsoever because the Blur password's wrong. Ha ha! So that means by changing one password, I can secure all devices in my entire life, computer, phone, or otherwise, because I only have to remember that Blur password or that Dashlane password, and that's it. Okay? So again, this seems like a weird thing to bring up, but it matters a lot. That by having a password manager makes your life easier when it comes to recovering from an issue, recovering from a stolen wallet, recovering from your computer getting stolen or cracked into, recovering from your phone getting stolen. You can recover and bounce back almost instantly. So literally, when my phone got stolen, first thing I did was, it was an Android phone. I changed my Gmail password, changed my Blur password. That's it. That's it. Done. That phone is useless in terms of getting any of my data or getting anything, logging into anything. Yeah, completely useless. That'll work. That'll work. You already got my phone, bro. You don't need to take the rest of my life with it. And you don't have to ruin my next week horsing around with passwords. So anyway, I want to underscore, using a password manager makes sense. Google it. Google Dashlane, Google Blur, Google things like that. Decide for yourself if it's worthwhile. But okay, going back in time. Blake, you're in Vung Tau now. Hey, buddy Blake, that's great to hear, man. Hey, that is a terrific city. It's very similar to, let's say, Kopangan. Oh, Rob Foley, good to see you again, buddy. Yeah, Dashlane is awesome. Okay, yeah, you know what you're talking about. But I'm good to see both you boys. Glad Vung Tau is good. Rob, get your butt out here to Vietnam at your convenience, man. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. And yeah, thank you. Dashlane, I did want to say with both Blur and Dashlane, it's free. There's no downside, folks. Okay, yeah, I forgot to mention that. It's free. I don't have a promo code for you because why? Anyway. Okay, so those are the big ones. Those are the super big ones. Now, okay. Oh, Rob, you're coming to Vietnam next month. Good to see you, buddy. That's great to hear. Don't forget about me and Hui, my friend. Fun side note, by the way, I was walking around Hui City here, and I got stopped by a lovely couple, and they were like, "Are you Brad?" And I'm like, "Yeah, hello." Oh, they're like, "We saw you on YouTube. Oh, you live here. We thought we'd randomly bump into you." Sure enough, it happens. So, anyway. Okay, great. So security stuff. Now, I want to be real clear. People are not, in Vietnam especially, they're not gun violent-y. They're not hold up a gun to you, a knife to you, kind of people. It's not violent like that. So a lot of the tips for traveling in, let's say, Mexico, Detroit, California, wherever, Europe, etc. A lot of those tips don't necessarily apply. In other words, what I mean is they're not a violent city and a violent country, really. Mostly because you don't have to be. It's too easy to steal from people without any violence of any kind. Plus, if you steal from, if a bad person steals from a other person with no weapons or anything, just by tricking them or stealing from their wallet, they have plausible deniability going on everywhere. Yeah, and even if they do get caught, I don't know, yeah, you're out the next day. In contrast, God forbid, if they had a gun or a knife on them and then they got caught, you're going to prison, son. Oh, big time. Your plausible deniability is completely gone. Now you went from, hey, you're just an asshole, to you committed armed robbery. Armed robbery? They're totally different. It's similar to America. Literally, people who burglarize a house bring no weapons with them because they are completely unarmed when they rob a house on purpose. On purpose. They get rid of all weapons of any kind before they go and hit their house. Because if you get caught like unarmed, yeah, it's a big slap on the wrist. If you get caught with a gun in your car, that's armed robbery. That's completely different beast. Okay. And last example, I hate saying it, but similarly, sexual assault, when done, as awful as that is in every way, that can be, let's just to give you an example, could be like 5 years of prison, for example. But if you got a gun or a knife, you talk armed sexual assault. You're talking like a life, son, maybe like 20 years, 30 years. Yeah, it's a big deal. Now, I bring that up because, again, you don't have to really worry about people using weapons on you. In fact, every shady person I've ever found is kind of a pussy. Yeah. They're not like Muay Thai fighters. They're not like special, super ripped gangsters. No. They're just opportunists that'll rip you off verbally or steal shit out of your pocket, that kind of thing. Now, with that said, they're really fast and they're really good at that. They're super good at that. So the things to watch out for are, again, these little items. Now, how to avoid scams, and so these are two different ones. Scams is going to be one of them. Rip off money, and that has a few different things. And okay, and pickpocketing. Okay, so these are different categories for sure. But again, I'm going to go from some personal experience here. So now it's embarrassing Brad time. All right. Embarrassing shit and mistakes that Brad made. All right. You're going to think I'm a total idiot by the time we're done in the next 20 minutes, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to light one of these up and pour a beer. All right. Mistakes Brad made time. Okay. Here was a dumb move. Okay. This was one of my biggest facepalm moments. Get ready. So my first year in Vietnam, I even had a fag bag, because I'm so smart. Now, here's the thing. After a couple months of living here, I ran low on money. And so at some point, I sent PayPal money to my mom. And then my mom sent, what do they call that? Western Union. Yeah, to me. And it wasn't much, like $300. But at that time, I was living on about $5 a day, maybe $3 a day, so let's say $100,000, something like that. So $300, which would be the equivalent of what, $7 million? $7 million? That'll get me by for quite some time. Definitely. Now, here's the thing. Yeah, probably like a summer. Yeah. What I did, like an idiot, I went and got said money, and I got it in American cash with the intention of keeping the American cash, like 100, 200, 300, in American cash handy, and then turning it in for dong one at a time. Great. So far, so good. But here's the thing. I had a slot for my money, and I put the $300 in American cash right in that slot. And then I had my small money, meaning 50 and 100, in the same pocket. Yeah, right on top of it. So that means every time I want to pay for something, I pull out the whole wad. Yeah. 100 American dollars, 100 American dollars, 100 American dollars, 10 grand. I'll take my banh mi sandwich. Wave, wave, wave. Put it right back in that front slot. Yeah. Had a fag bag. That was smart. You're right, Blake. Experience seems to be the best teacher, unfortunately. Here we are, though. Again, let me just tell you how dumb I am, and don't do this, all right? Next. I went to go party with folks because it was Tet Holiday. Now, that's smart by its own right. However, I, for some reason, decided to bring all of that cash with me. Yeah. And it didn't take long. I was sitting around on the streets. Oh, and by the way, I'm partying at 2 a.m. or at midnight, not 2 in the afternoon. Okay, next mistake. Then I'm sitting around with these dudes, which is fine. That's what I do every day, all day. That's fine. And then we're drinking beer, which is fine, you know. But moving forward, though, they were like, hey, let's get a couple more beers. And I'm like, I agree. Pull out my big fat wad, 100, dollars, plus the $100,000. Oh, stick it right back in my front pocket. Wave it around first. Oh, yeah, go buy more beer. And they're like, 5 out of 5 of the dudes are looking at me and watching that. Oh, 5 of the 5 guys sitting on the street at midnight who I've never met before. Just so you know. Then they asked again, hey, I wonder if we could get a little extra food. We've been here a while, huh? Sure. So then I opened up my bag and I got a backup slot. Because I'm smart. Where I keep my extra money. So then I unzipped the backup slot inside of my bag. Like this. Unzipped. See, this is my secret spot. And then I reached my fist in there and pulled out even more money. And then I peeled off another 100 to go buy some food. Oh, yeah. And to go buy some food. Then I took this secret stash of money, stuffed it in the front pocket of my bag, and then left it open. Yeah. And then I positioned it right on my body right here, just out of my own view. I'm so smart. Oh, yeah. Just clever. And it was, eventually these guys are like, hey, let's cheers with me. Then they're gathering around. One guy's got a hand on one leg, which happens sometimes. One guy's high-fiving over here. They're cheersing over here. And then one guy was getting a little close. I'm like, whoa, back up, bro. Back up, bro. And then he took my bag. He's like, be careful of your bag. There's bad people out here. And then he passed me my bag over here. I'm like, thanks, man. Anyway, cheers one last time. All right, bye, yo. See ya. We got to go. They all leave. Oh, okay. What a good group of guys. All right. Well, have a good night, guys. See ya. I'm walking home. I just got robbed. All my petty cash, all that American cash, all of it. It's all gone. All of it. I am broke. I'm broke. Thank God I still had the keys to my apartment or thing. Oh, yeah, completely broke. Yeah. And I'm going back feeling like an idiot. Man, I'm like, wow, there's at least a dozen mistakes I just made right there. At least a dozen, okay? And if I would have followed any of these like 10 pieces of advice, I wouldn't have had a problem. If I would have followed one of them, I wouldn't have had a problem. Okay? So let me reiterate the obvious here. The like, let's just say 10 things I could have done that would have completely prevented all this. 1, don't bring out that much cash to begin with. There's no purpose ever, under any circumstances, to ever have that much money with you ever. Okay, let's just say you do get that much money at a ATM or Western Union place or a bank. Go immediately home. Immediately, no stops. Don't get a coffee. Don't buy a pack of smokes. Don't go to the gas station. Go immediately home. Immediately. Put all your shit at home behind lock and key, hidden in a bag. Great. That's number 1. If I would have done that only and been an idiot with everything else, I would have been perfectly fine. Yep. 2, have 2 slots, big money, small money. Simple enough. Sometimes I will put like 50,000 or 100,000, small money, my daily money, in a pocket right here or right here. So that's my quick cash, my quick pocket money. It's called pocket money because it fits in your pocket and it's so small. If I lost it, if I do my laundry and it's still in there, pocket money. So that means 90% of the time when I'm buying stuff or paying for stuff, I'm pulling it out of the small slot. So the maximum amount of money that anybody lays eyes on at any given time is $100,000. That's it. You're never going to see a 500,000 on me pretty much under any circumstances. Certainly not on a daily one. Certainly not at midnight. So if I would have done that, and I would have kept my big money in my super secret slot and never opened it in front of anybody ever, and then kept my small money right here, well, yeah, then I would just be pulling out small money, small money, small money. And if they reach in and rip me off, sweet, they got maximum what? $4, $5, $6? More power to you, bro. I probably wouldn't have even noticed. And it probably wouldn't have even been worth it for them, at that point. Or they probably just went, oh, man, that's all this dude has. Might as well just buy beer and be done with it. Right. So have 2 slots for money, big and small. That makes sense so far. If I would have done that and nothing else, I would have been fine. So, and mind you, one of my tips here is I'm not going to suggest never go drinking with strangers ever. Oh, no. I suggest you go drinking with all the strangers you find. Oh, yeah. I suggest you have as much beer as you want. I suggest you stay out as late as you want and talk to as many people as you want. And fine, high five and cheers and hug and whatever. Do all that stuff. That's fine. But it's these other angles. Now, another thing that would have mattered a lot would have been, if I would have kept all my stuff zipped up, I wouldn't have had a problem. In other words, this front zipper is highly accessible, okay? However, inside my ultra secret one, in order to get access to that, you can't just bump into me and rip it, my friend. No. In order to get inside, you would have to actually have my bag, unzip the whole bag, move all the shit out of the way first, then dig your hand in, know that there's a secret zip slot in there, then with your hand while it's inside of my bag and the other shit, unzip the internal zip slot, zipper, then reach your hand inside of the pocket within the main zipper, then pull all that out without me noticing. It's possible, but that one's a lot more improbable. If I would have done that, just kept it all inside the zipper, would have been fine. I wouldn't have to worry. It would have been impossible to steal. Now, so again, those are the 3 main ones. To be fair, they ripped me off for $300. That stung. But as my dad said, that's the cost of an education, Brad. You just got educated. You just went to school, didn't you? It was a $300 lesson. Don't do that again. It never happened again. Oh, no. I never got money stolen ever again after this. Never. So now, more commonly, this is the number one most common way people get stolen from is the classic, and I wish I could show you here a little more easily, but whatever. The classic, a lot of people, tourists, let's say, go to the ATM to withdraw a bunch of money at a time. Some ATMs only, you're better off not pulling 1 million at a time because of the ATM fees. That makes sense so far. You're better off pulling out the maximum you can. For example, $5 million, let's just say, which is the equivalent of about $210. Great, because you pay that ATM fee once. Okay, great. All that makes sense. And it makes even more sense if you do this and then immediately go back to your house or home, host, hostel, room, whatever, hide it, whatever. Fine. All that is fine. Now, what people don't do, or what the mistakes I see most commonly, is they go to an ATM, withdraw a huge stack of cash, then they have their other minor cash and stack it together. So now they've got 500,000, 500,000, 500,000, 500,000, 500,000, 500,000, 500,000, 500,000, 500,000, 500,000, 500,000, 500,000, 50, 50, 50, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, all intermixed, all one big fistful of cash. So yeah, now it's time to like pay for the motorbike. Well, shaklang, now they have just a fistful of cash. And because they're new to Vietnam, oh, I don't even know what this money means. It looks like Monopoly money. 500,000, is this a lot? Is a motorbike ride 500? I don't know. How much is an apple? Oh, they pointed at this? Okay. Yeah, oh yeah. People will, shady people, that 1% of sharks out there are going to know you're an absolute idiot. And not you, or know that person is an absolute idiot and going to gladly lighten their load. Gladly. There's a few ways that they do this, okay? Here's how it works in detail. And let me address this, Quentin. Okay, Quentin, an interesting thing with me because of my colorblindness, which taught me to look at the numbers and the money instead of the colors of the money here in Vietnam. So check the numbers, not the color. Excellent. Okay, you're getting somewhere. Now, yes, along the way, my small money fund never has a 500,000 in it under any circumstances ever. So whenever I pull money out at a store, unless I'm purposely buying like a couch, normally speaking, a 500 never touches the table, under any circumstances. Usually, I don't recall the last time I even carried a 500 with me in the last 2 years. So if you don't have a 500,000 with you, it's impossible to swap a 500,000 and a 50, a 500,000 and a 20. Remember, folks. Okay, the next is this classic. This is the classic 500K and 20K. Okay, they're both blue. Okay, I mean, if you're colorblind, I guess they all look whatever. But the thing is, when it's at night, when it's fast, when people are talking fast and distracting you, these are very, very, very similar. So what people do here, meaning scammers do, is they'll purposely have a stack of their own. Let's say shady motorbike guy will have a stack of their own cash, including a 20 on top, meaning a blue 20,000 bill on top, and maybe another 20 in there, whatever. So they'll have a stack of cash like this. Then when some idiot shows up, I want a motorbike ride. I want to buy some pot, man. How much is that? Oh, yeah. They pull out their fistful of whatever. The motorbike guy will snatch a 500, a blue 500,000 from their hand, set it on top of their own cash, take it and stick it in their underwear. Now there just remains a blue 20 on top. And they'll do so while looking you in the eyes with a smile on their face. Yeah, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. You just gave me a 20. See? Yeah. Oh, it's a little dark out here, my friend. Here. No. I need a 500, not a 20, buddy. Hey, it's dark. It's difficult. It's hard to see. You're new to Vietnam, right? No problem, buddy. Hey, let's try it. Yeah, here you go. Sometimes a person will be like, oh, I must have given you the wrong one, huh? Oh, okay. Pulls out another 500. Oh, you made the mistake again, dude. See, no. Here, let me take out all your money. Let me help you. This is not a 20, buddy. No. Let's just do hundreds instead. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I just want to help you. Oh, no, that money's yours. Don't worry. This one's fine. All right. Fuck you. Yeah. They'll do it as many times as they can because even though that's an asshole move, technically They're not going to go to prison over this one. They can do this as many times as they want with a big old smile on their face anytime they want. If the cops were to swing by and like, wait, you guys are having a dispute, an argument? What's going on right here? The man can say, well, I just wanted $100K for a motorbike ride, and then he gave me 20. So I'm just asking for the other 80, sir. You know, plausible deniability. Gotcha. So that's sort of how it works. Now, there's a lot of variations of that same idea, but again, they're all going to be in that neighborhood. Now, two situations I wanted to bring up to you guys. One, okay. I speak Vietnamese, and I like talking with Vietnamese people, and I like gangsters, and I like hustlers, and I like weird people, and I like learning how scams work. I like watching this whole environment. This is interesting to me. So as a result, I one night in Hue City, I saw all the gangsters sitting, 7 gangsters, black jacket motorbike guys at midnight, sitting around all smoking dope and drinking beer. Perfect. Yeah, so I ended up sitting down with them, as you'd expect, and, and drink beer. Now, I tell you what, folks, being a fly on the wall in this instance was amazing. What I'm saying by that is these guys are openly bragging and openly talking about all the shady stuff that they do, play by play. In fact, it was interesting. One of these fellas, ended up swinging in, just yelling super loud, hooray, yeah! And it was all in Vietnamese, obviously, but he sat down and was high-fiving everybody, and yeah. Oh, I slit 2 throats tonight, guys. And then he pulls out a fat wad of cash. And this is what he said, if I translate it to English. Yeah, so this fucking idiot, this dumbass idiot, walked away from an ATM, and then I wanted to sell his fucking ass some drugs, and then he gave me a 500, switched it with a 20, bang, ripped him off, and then I told him to pay me for it, and he did it again. I ripped that stupid bitch off twice in a fucking row. Yeah. And then when he gave me 200K, I gave him a bag of tea. Fuck you, bitch, you dumbass tourist motherfucker. Woo! High five, high five, high five, high five, high five. And everyone was like, nice job, man. Ha ha. That's what it sounded like. Yep. They are proud. That's what these boys do all day long. They are proud at how good they are ripping people off. You should feel guilty. That karma will come back and harm you. How dare you rip it? Nah, fuck them. Nothing makes them happier than ripping you off. Nothing makes them look better. That's their life goal. Soccer players play soccer, bankers bank, construction guys build shit, motorcycle gangsters rip people off. That's what they do all day long. If they don't do that, they're not good at it. Obviously, there was way more to the story than all that, and that's only one example out of probably 40 stories that I heard just that night about just these guys just on these streets ripping people off. Now, that's in Hue, to be very clear. It happens everywhere. Okay, next thing that I want to mention is that anecdotally, in Hoi An, once again, Hoi An, especially the motorbike guys, these guys make more money than brain surgeons, okay? Make more money. Acquire more money from idiots than brain surgeons, okay? The reason being, it's easy targets. Once again, they can rip somebody off and never see him again. They could work the same streets, doing the same thing for the rest of their career, and no one's going to give them any shit over it. The cops will never bother them. The bars will never stop them. No one else will come to save you. Yeah. Now, there's a few things that these particular motorbike guys do. Let's remember, circumstantially speaking, you've got like the bars, so to speak, over here, the Monkey Bar, Moe's Tavern, the After Bar, the all-you-can-drink specials, blah, 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 going on over here. And then the series of hotels going on over here. You are able to walk between the two if you know exactly where you're going and you're smart and sober and energetic, etc. But a certain percentage of people want a motorbike ride between the two. Great. Well, here's what they do. The easiest thing to try is, oh, I'll bring you back for 40,000, which is overcharging, but so be it. Well, then you pay 40,000, and then once you arrive, they're like, "Where's my money?" Yeah, pay me 40,000. Yeah, you didn't pay me yet. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, no, sir, you were a little drunk. Oh, I said it would be 40, but now you're here. I am. Mm-hmm. Okay, best case scenario, that's what they're going to try first with everybody. They try to double charge everybody. Or they'll just say, I'll bring you back for cheap, man. And then once you arrive, a lot of idiots just pull out the huge fat wad, of cash, like 3 million dong. And they're just wasted and no idea what's going on. Take whatever money you want, man, and give me back the change. Oh, they'll gladly. So they'll just take the whole fucking works, rip out a bunch of 500s out of there, reinsert a couple of 20s. No. Here's your change back, sir. Yeah. Yep. Got it. Gotcha. So, yeah, they can rip a dude off for $1 million or a couple million pretty reasonably. Let's say that only works 1 out of 50 times. Then it works. Yeah, they're going to keep trying. Definitely. Now, and yes, the 500,020 blue bill scam. Oh, they do that all day long. All day long. They sit and practice it together. They teach their children how to do that one. Oh yeah, definitely. Like, that's like first grade, or kindergarten, first grade, scam school, in Vietnam is that scam. But anyway, it was kind of funny because 4 of us wanted a ride home from some motorbike guys. Now, it was me, one of my, 3 other buddies. We're sitting in Hoi An, so we're going from the bar area, all hammered, of course, back to our hotel. So far, so good. Now, I told my friends very specifically, very clearly, right out the gate, these motorbike guys in Hoi An will scam you. I want to say this again for emphasis sake. Not maybe, not try. They will scam you and will rob you. I want to be abundantly clear. Do you have any questions about this? They will scam you and will rob you. They are about to rob you. You are about to get on a taxi by 2 thieves and gangsters who will rob you with a smile on their face. So please, guys, put your big money aside and only pay them 50 grand maximum. Have that 50 grand ready and hand that to them only after you arrive and nothing else. They didn't believe me because they're so fucking smart. Brad, you're overly paranoid. You always tell us about all this bullshit. Haven't gotten robbed yet. I've been traveling the world for so long. I know what I'm doing. I grew up in the hood, son. I am a smart cookie. I'm not that drunk anyway. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Sure as shit. Sure as shit. They got on the back of the motorbike with a couple of thieves. All of the above just happened. They did. When they got back on 2 separate bikes, they got charged at 50,000 when they left. Then when they arrived, back, the 2 motorbike guys are like, "You forgot to pay us. Where's our money? Give us our money." And they're like, "Well, we already paid you." "No, you didn't pay us yet. You said you were going to pay us in the end." "Oh, God damn it!" Then they both pull out their huge fat wad, of money. First thing one guy does. Took the whole stack. Whoosh, gone. Meow. Woo! There was a 2 million dong ride for him. Oh, then my other buddy pulls out a few million. Oh, 520 swap. Switch. Rip. And then he's still sitting there wanting 50,000 more. Well, you stole my money. No, I didn't steal my money. Look, see? Pulls out the pockets. I have nothing, sir. I'm just a kind. Oh, no, you got ripped, son. And my buddy and I, we paid, I think 30,000 and 30,000, 60 total. I paid him at the beginning. I know what's going on. And right when we got to the hotel, I'm like, oh, here it comes. They're about to ask twice and about to rob us. Get ready. Get ready. And as soon as we landed, hey guys, you haven't paid us yet. You still got to pay us your money, man. Yeah, where's our money? You know, and I said, tôi đã trả rồi. Tôi đã trả rồi. Tôi đã trả rồi. Cảm ơn chị, tôi đã trả rồi. I already paid, man. I already paid. I already paid. I already paid. Well, no, you gotta pay us some money, man. I already paid. I already paid. And then my buddy D, who was with me, is just like, Brad, are you sure that we paid? Yes, I already paid. I already paid. Charoy. And then I start walking towards the hotel. And he's like, but Brad, you gotta here. I got some extra money for these. And I lost my mind. I said, Denny, if you ever believe me ever in your life, today's the day. If you ever want to trust me, now is the time to trust me. Walk the fuck inside, dude. Get inside of there and shut the fuck up. Walk inside right now. Do not turn around. Do not argue with me. Get the fuck inside. And he, okay, he walked inside in the gate. And he said, but Brad, shut the fuck up. What? And then I walked inside and these guys were chasing me down. Where's my money, man? Where's my money? I'm like, peace. Fuck you. Charoy. And then as soon as the gate closed, I stared at them. They stared at me. They're not going to enter a hotel. Shit, no, absolutely not. And as soon as I did that, I looked over at my buddy Denny. Sorry for yelling. Buddy, you didn't, if you please just trust me. Please. This is my 5th trip to Vietnam. This is your first. This is my 7th time in Hoi An. This is your first. This is my 100th time dealing with motorbike thieving taxi guys. This is your first. Please trust me. They were trying to steal from us. And as soon as we got in, my other 2 buddies were just sitting there drinking beer, sad. One of my buddies was almost crying. Brad, they just ripped us off hardcore. I'm broke now. And I'm like, oh, you mean everything I just said at the bar just happened, right? That piece of advice that I told you, have the big money, small money. Did you? Oh, you're too smart. Oh, you're so smart. You didn't do that. You're so attentive that you didn't think it was necessary. Oh, you're so diligent and so perfect all the time that there's no way anyone could trick you, huh? Oh, yeah. You're so worldly. You arrogant fuck. Cost of an education, son. Cost of an education. So these, there's certain places, not necessarily Hue, not necessarily Saigon. There's certain high crime or high ripoff situations. And I think Hoi An is a perfect example of that because it's just a perfect storm of tens of thousands of idiots with infinite money, all of whom need a ride from here to here with no recourse, who don't really understand scams, or they understand 1 or 2 scams that they read online, but they just believe that they're so smart and this will never happen. Mm-hmm. Or maybe they think like, well, if it comes to putting up the dukes, I can knock them out, dude. All I'm going to do is quick elbow there and then knee to the face. Woo, I don't want to get in a fight because I'll probably kill the guy. Ha ha. That's irrelevant, bro. Mm-hmm. Totally irrelevant. You could be the best cage fighter on earth. Doesn't matter. You could be the most diligent, perceptive fellow out there. Doesn't matter. So, how to prevent this? Once again, big money, small money. If you do that, nothing else, you win. Bring less than 500,000 with you at any given time. If you do that and nothing else, you win. Go out partying at 2 in the afternoon instead of 2 in the morning. If you did that and nothing else, you win. No problem ever. Walk. If you did that and nothing else, most of the time you're probably doing good. Definitely. Oh, and if you speak Vietnamese, this helps a lot. Usually. But also, if you have under the body money belt thing, that helps a lot. That will solve the whole snatching money thing. But if you have an under the body money belt thing, but it's still filled with like $5 million, like hundreds of dollars, and you still pull it all out at once, what was the point of the money belt? You know, it's kind of like that. You can have the safest Fort Knox safe on earth, but if you leave the door open, doesn't matter how safe the safe is, frankly. So anyway, those are, again, some real common ones. Now, again, if you guys have scams of your own you've run across or ideas of your own that you would like to add, please feel free. Things to remember, or if you have specific questions or comments, obviously keep firing away. Hey, Dang Hoi. Hey, oh, hey, Jet Buddy. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Yeah, so Jet, you might have some decent insight as well, buddy, about, again, scams, safety, things to watch out for and whatnot. Fun fact for y'all, Jet, terrific fella, from Canada. You know, family is of Vietnamese origin, so he's in a unique advantage of speaking Vietnamese fluently, French fluently, and English fluently. Traveling around Vietnam is a heck of a lot of fun that way, you know, definitely by all means. So, okay, great. So those are, again, the most common scams. Now, the overcharging scams are definitely big. Sicklos. They are rarely a good idea. In other words, unless you're real smart, Sicklo will rip you off almost every time. Now, the most common and easiest way to rip you off as a Sicklo would be something like this. You know, the round trip scam. And you could call it what you want, but it works kind of like this. It works like this. Hey, we're downtown Hue City, Citadel over here. So far, so good. Hey, would you like a romantic Sicklo ride across the city over the bridge? I will bring you to the Citadel. 100,000. Sound good? All right, you and your wife can join us. Sounds great. And then you sit in the bike. Great. No, 100,000. Oh, it's a great trip, by the way. Sicklos are cool. You get all the way across the bridge, get all the way here to the Citadel. Great. Would you like a tour around the Citadel to see it from? Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Great. Hey, there's a Royal Museum of Antiquities over here. Would you like to see this? They may not speak that well, so they may be like, ooh, go check that out. And great. And then you want to go back, you know, great. That'll be 600,000. What? You said 100. Oh, well, 100 to go to the Citadel, and then 300 for the tour, and then 100 for the Royal Antiquities Museum, and then 100 to come back. What you gonna do? Yeah. Of course, we were out for a few hours. Yeah. Yep. And yeah, you got it, Blake. There's Sicklo guys in Vung Tau, and they have this big smile, and they'll sit there. Oh, don't worry, son. This is we got you. Oh, but this is normal. Gee, I'm so poor. You're so rich. And then they wait there right at your hotel. Hello, front desk woman. No, I took these folks out for a Sicklo ride, a whole tour today. Yeah, but they don't want to pay me now. Isn't that weird? Yeah, I'm just a kind Sicklo man. Yeah. Right. They're just fucking you. They sure are. Now, the reason they do it is obvious. But here's the thing. It's remarkably successful. Because imagine, like my mom and dad, for example, who are perfectly smart people. Now they're sitting there like, do I really want my day to be ruined with me and my wife, our romantic trip here to Hue? Do I want this to be ruined while I argue with this Vietnamese guy in English about how much I'm going to pay him? Oh my God. Like, truly, I've got like hundreds of thousands of dong in my pocket right now. if I just give this to him, we're done and the problem's over and we can go about our day. But if I sit here and argue with him, then I look like an idiot. Now he's going to bring in his other cyclo guys. Now I got an enemy going around the streets here. God damn it. Now he's going to be sitting here and hassle me every single time I come out. He could potentially ruin my whole trip. And now it's going to be a 3-hour debacle, stress everywhere, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Fuck it. Fuck that guy. I'll just pay him $600,000. Go away. Hey. He goes down the street 2 blocks over and does it again. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh man, it's great. Now I've personally never been. I prefer to walk. I really need the exercise, so I just point to my belly and walk away. Yeah. Cool, man. Yeah. Look, I have never been ripped off by a cyclo guy. But to be fair, I've taken one 4 or 5 times. And every time, well, twice they've tried to pull this off on me, but no, with absolutely no luck. Yeah. But again, I speak Vietnamese, so it's a whole nother beast. For me, if they did that same thing with me, well, first of all, let me back up. First, what I actually do, this might sound like overkill to you guys. Here's one way you can fix this issue for all time, forever, okay? Here's the easiest possible, no-brainer, solution that works every time. Listen closely, okay? Oh my God. This is so simple. Yep. And I do this every time, whether it's a motorbike trip, a boat trip, a cyclo trip, hey, I'll bring you to the Citadel for $100,000. Click, click, click. $100,000. Take out 100. Hold them up. Selfie. Piece of paper. 100. Guy. That's it. Put this back in my bag. Now, we're awesome. Hey, you want to give me an extra tour around the Citadel, huh? That sounds great. Well, you do you, man. You do what you want to do. I give you $100,000. Well, I will give you $100,000 when we're done anyway. Yeah. Oh, you want to bring me home? You do that. Yeah. Oh, you want to bring me over here to there? Okay, yeah, you do that. We get all at the end. That'll be $600, sir. No, it'll be 100. No, it'll be 600, sir. No, it'll be 100. Oh, here. Oh. Pardon me. Let me look at my photo. Oh, I got some great photos of Citadel. Thank you. Oh, what's this one? That looks like you. And that looks like me. And that looks like $100,000. That looks like this piece of paper. Oh, well, here's your $100,000. Well, no, I need 600 for it. I think this picture, this says $100,000. What are you? We went further than you said you would. This says $100,000. But we saw the tour thing and we did all this together. That's more than that $100,000. Noted. Yeah, isn't that? Thank you, by the way. This is $100,000. Fuck you, dude. Don't try to rip me off. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to call the cops? When the cops show up, I'm going to be like, here's a selfie. Here's with the cash. And here's with our contract. Now he wants 600. And the cops are going to be like, get the fuck out of here, cyclo guy. Quit rip. Right. Front desk people, anyone else comes by, any other cyclo, any other person wants to help. Got it. Even if I spoke 0 Vietnamese, got it. Gotcha. You spent all day ripping people off, and now you're pissed that you had to bicycle too far while attempting to rip me off unsuccessfully? Tell me more. How pissed are you? Go ahead. Yeah. Oh, you want to be angry? Fuck you, dude. Yeah. That works every time. It works every time. People will say like, oh, we go on a boat trip or something. And they're like, well, it'll be 200,000 an hour. So 3 hours will be 600,000. Great. 200K, 1 hour, 3 hours, 600K. Sounds great. Let's go. Oh, those pictures are time-stamped. Sweet. I got to the end of a boat ride one time, and they're like, "That'll be 1 million dong." I'm like, sounds cool, right? Well, 1 million, huh? How do you figure? Whoa, we went a little further, and plus we started a little late, and then look, it's after dark now. I'm like, well, this is 200 an hour. 3 hours is 600K. Well, we went longer than timestamp. Well, we left at 4:30, and now it is 7:10. You have the ability to read? Yeah, I mean, am I wrong? Well, no, you should pay. Here's 600 grand, bro. I'm giving you extra. Well, I'll give you less then. I'll only give you 500. How about that? That sounds better. Because technically we didn't go through it. Oh, you gotta pay more. Got it right here, bro. Got it right here. I don't have to argue with you. My economic and your economic situation are irrelevant. Your request for that amount of money is irrelevant to me. Your everything you say is completely irrelevant to me because I have this piece of paper where I wrote this down. To be clear, writing this down in paper and taking a selfie is like a 2-minute procedure. Okay? It is simple as it gets. And it is like idiot proof. It works great. And it just, oh my God. Once I started doing that, I have never gotten ripped off ever again because it's like impossible to rip me off, at that point, reasonably speaking. Plus, my money is separate from everyone else's money, or meaning my big money and small money are separate. They're not going to get my credit card. And I'm certainly not going to whip out 500 or thousands or millions of dong, all in one shot. Nah. And these boat guys don't make their money by ripping people. They make their money by overcharging people. Rob Foley, do people react weird when you do this? No, not at all. No, because let's be clear. Let's be very clear about a couple things. One, if they're a legit, if they're a legit tour agency and a legit person, they love that and would advise you to take as many photos as they can and want things to be as clear as possible and would love all these details because then there's no mistake at the end. In fact, I have a bunch of tour guiding guys and buddies of mine who are legitimate and wonderful people. They would love that. Sure. Here's my website. Here's a picture. This trip only cost $500,000. Great. Tell your friends. Sure. I would love for them to come with us and do a 3-hour tour for $500,000. Please do. That's what I'm advertising. That's what I'm selling. Share with everyone. Take 20 photos. So if they're legit, they want to do that. Yep. If they're not legit, they get a little nervous. Why are you doing it? Right. Now, to be clear, a different answer to your question, do they react weird when you do this? Meaning, when I get to the end of my trip and they're trying to rip me off for an extra like 500,000 and I'm not paying it, and I'm not coughing it up. Does that piss them off sometimes? Yep, sure does. Sure does. I was, as an example, okay. Well, I bought, I'm trying to think what I could publicly say. Okay, yeah. Like, I did have a, motorcycle tour of Vung Tau. This happened in Vung Tau. Yeah, okay. Here's an exact situation. Exactly like this. These dudes with their motorbikes were like, hey, I was with my great uncle or my uncle basically. We'll give you a tour all around Vung Tau for the day. And I'm like, well, that sounds pretty cool. 300,000. That sounds pretty cool. And I'm like, okay. So chúng tôi sẽ đi du lịch ở Vũng Tàu đây. Và muốn nói rằng hai chiếc xe và hai người. So chúng tôi sẽ đi du lịch đây Vũng Tàu và muốn đi bãi biển ở miền Nam và muốn đi miền Bắc và Đông và Tây và muốn Tây hết và nghĩ mà quang một tiền và ham. Ok, cũng được. Nhưng chỉ nói rằng 300.000 nghĩ mà đấy nhưng chỉ 300.000 phải không? 300.000 một chiếc. Okay, then hai chiếc. Okay. Well, Uncle, they said they would do a full tour of the full city, and it'd be 300,000 per bike, and then they'll do the whole works. But that sounds pretty cool with me, because I'm an idiot with a very terrible memory, and I don't trust my future negotiation ability, and because I've been down this dusty trail before. 300K, mo người, mo check, mo tour. 2 people, 2 bikes, 2 tours, 600K. There we go. Let's do it. Oh, we went around all day long, man. It was a blast. And these guys were super generous. Doing this, brought us to the beach. We even had some, I got them some sodas, and life was great. But yeah, we got all the way to the end. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. And then they wanted 3 million. They wanted 3 million was what they were fishing for. They wanted, pardon me, they wanted 3 million. Well, my uncle started to lose his mind. What are you talking about? 3 million? You said it was. And I'm like, Pat, sit down, shut up, let me handle this. Walk over to that street over there, order yourself a beer, and don't even listen or watch what we're doing right now. And do not stand up. Do not enter in your opinion. Do not ask what's happening. I got this. Okay? And he's like, what, Brad? I'm like, shut up, Pat. Just trust me. Went to go sit down. Now, these guys are good at having a smile. These people are really good at having a smile. Like, well, sir, we had such a great time. What we meant was it was 300,000 per hour that were out, but in reality, we were out for 5 hours. So as a, they don't sound like that. It sounds more like, oh no, đã nói là 300.000 một tiếng và chúng tôi đi 5 tiếng nên là một triệu rưỡi, 1,5 triệu và có hai cắt là 3 triệu, nó phải cho 3 triệu bé à, vì chúng tôi đi 5 tiếng với nhau. And I'm like, yeah, that's what it sounded like. But regardless, I'm like, oh, granted, I got a lot of great pictures for my trip. Thank you for bringing me to the beach. Thank you for bringing me to the mountain. Thank you for bringing me around this motorbike. Thank you for this video footage while we're going through town. Oh, and thanks for taking a selfie with me in the beginning. Now I know what you guys look like. And I also know what this paper looks like. Yeah, this says 300,000, 1 tour for, 600,000. But you got it. We went for that. It was only 600,000. No, okay, fine. We'll take 2 million then. Not 3. We'll because we like you. You're our friend. We'll take 2 million then. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine, but man, we're gonna have to do a few more tours for that. This is 1 tour, right? 1 tour. Yeah, 600,000. So eventually, they were pissed. Go figure. But again, as far as I'm concerned, they're the assholes. They are the manipulators. They are the liars. They have been going around, and way over 90% of the time, they successfully manipulate, intimidate, or otherwise trick people into getting this amount of money. This is all they do all day long. Okay? And I'm not going to sit and fault them too hard, because this is how they make their money. This is what they do for a living, right? But again, if they're legit, this wouldn't be an issue. The fact that they're arguing in the first place indicates that they are not legit. So I do not feel like morally obligated to pay whatever they're asking me to. I do not feel as if I am being some kind of negative person by sticking with our original deal. No, I feel like I am on a moral high ground by standing right here. In fact, if I were to pay one dong more than 600 grand, I feel as if I would be contributing to the negativity and manipulation of society and otherwise giving money to the criminal underworld. It would be morally irreprehensible for me to give more than 600,000. In other words, in short, fuck those guys. Fuck them. Fuck them. fuck what they want, fuck what they're trying to do to me, and fuck what they've done to any other person out here. In fact, you know what? Moral high ground time. They ripped these people off for $3 million, ripped those people off for $3 million. Basically, they got paid 5 times more than they're obligated to. You know what? I feel morally obligated. I should pay them nothing to start balancing this out a little bit. Oh yeah, in fact, if I ripped them off for $3 million, all I'm doing is slightly balancing this scale, right? They've ripped off and stolen this much from a bunch of other foreigners. If I steal this much from them, I'm doing the world a favor. Yeah, fuck those guys. Be that as it may, I agreed to pay $600,000 before we left. So I took out my $600,000. I kept holding it. These guys like try to wrap my hand down. No, that's not good enough. You cannot give that to me and call them. I'm like, so obviously I'm not going to talk them down. So we move on to DEFCON 2. DEFCON 1 is, or level 1 is just, oh, no, sir, no, sir, no, sir. Level 2 is, what's up? What's up? Tell me more. Yeah, you agreed to this. I notice you're smiling and I'm smiling and you're smiling, huh? Is this paper wrong? Was that not you? What's going on? Yeah. And then almost always they back down. But let's just say they don't and they go even further. Now we got to go a little more level 3. And actually what I did was I took the 600,000 and then I set it down on the ground and then I put my foot on it. Yeah. And I'm like, well, hey, you know, in Vietnamese, it sounded like, yeah, tôi muốn trả là 600.000 vì chúng ta đã nói mà một tour là 600.000 và muốn nói rằng, yeah, muốn trả 600. Yeah, bà muốn vài hôm. Yeah, nói rằng là nghe và đã làm việc nhiều nên yeah, có lẽ phải lấy đi hả? Yeah. You say yourself that you worked so hard today and that you went to so many places for 5 hours. Surely, sir, you would appreciate this 600,000 as we agreed, wouldn't you? Oh, okay. You wouldn't, huh? Yeah, okay. Well, here's the deal. I'm thirsty. I'm going to go get some beer. So I'm going to lift my foot off of this 600,000 and walk over there and get a beer. If you want to let the money blow away into the wind, great, you do that. But this 600 is your money. So you're welcome to take it whenever you want. I hope you do. That's worth a lot of money, and you did some good work today. Or don't, but I'm going to go sit over there. Have a good day. No, you can't sit over there. Don't go over there. We're not done talking to you. It's windy today. You better hurry. Yeah. Oh, they grabbed it. Yep, they got it right off the ground. And now they're standing there with their 600 grand. And what do you want to do next? In other words, these guys don't have a real playbook for how to handle this because it's a rare day that a foreigner knows what the hell is going on and speaks Vietnamese and took a selfie ahead of time and has the equivalent of sort of a contract, sort of an agreement. That's never happened in their career. They don't have a playbook for this one. They're kind of like, fuck. If we don't want to spend the rest of our day fucking with this guy, we would rather go find someone else much dumber, you know, that would gladly pay us without even thinking, than mess with this guy. Right. And they drove away. That was it. Winner. So again, if you remember nothing else from this entire day's little setup, write shit down on a piece of paper when it comes to these tours, groups, ideas. If you do that and nothing else, that'll save you hundreds of thousands of dong in the long run. It really will. Now, I don't want to say tour guys are bad because they're not all bad. In fact, I've had a tremendous number of terrific tours. Boating, motorcycle tours. I made great friends with a whole bunch of motorbike guys, including at 2 a.m., including one of my good friends. Oh, and Quentin, my buddy Kuang, motorbike Kuang, tattoo Kuang. Yeah, Quentin and I have gone to his house. He's one of those motorbike hustler guys, but he's actually got a good heart and he's always treated me right. So I don't want you to get the wrong impression that people are going to try to rip you off all day, every day. That's not true. They won't. But if you're at the highest and most densest touristy zone, at the highest, drunkest, touristiest, darkest time of the day, uh, mm, yeah, it's more likely to happen. In other words, you're asking for it. If you're in Vung Tau, standing on the beach with a backpack on your chest and a phone in your pocket, fistfuls of cash everywhere, and a motorbike guy wants to give you a tour, the odds that he's shady are going to be higher than your normal life or normal circumstances. So I want to be clear that these scam situations, in my own experience, have only, with a capital O, capital L, capital N, capital Y, only occurred when I'm standing in a tourist zone of some kind. Okay? Meaning surrounded by white people downtown Hue at the walking street, or downtown Hoi An, downtown Saigon at the white people's district, downtown, Da Nang at the white people district, downtown Vung Tau. Right. Those are the only times this stuff has come up. Everywhere else in my life, it's fucking sweet. Rob Foley, doesn't Grab solve some of these issues? I would say so. In fact, yes and no. But there's a couple of there's a couple of Grab scams, by the way. I'm glad you asked, Rob. Okay, well, where to start? First, let's talk Grab. Yes, Grab is super popular out here. Yep. And it's nice because it solves the language issues, solves the directions where you want to go issue, and in many cases can solve the payment issue, which is to say, you can pay online via Grab. In other words, you and the dude don't exchange any money of any kind. Oh, yeah, that solves tons of this stuff. Yep. Now, will that solve the whole, I'm in Hoi An downtown and I want to go from this bar at 2 a.m. back to my hotel over here, but I can't, you're probably not going to call a Grab at that point. You're probably just going to take one of these dudes. So when you're actually using Grab, does Grab actually usually solve all these problems? Yes. What I'm talking about is the not Grab moments, because you can't expect Grab to always take you under all circumstances for all transportation needs at all hours of the day in all cities into perpetuity. That's not going to happen. Absolutely not. Nor should it. There are plenty of times where you're not using Grab. I mean, taxis, by the way, are going to usually be a lot better for you as well, because you're a lot more in control with a taxi. In other words, they have a meter sitting right there, let's just say. You always pay at the end, let's just say. They have a driver's license that you can take a photo of, and a license plate on the back, and their actual driver's license in the cab itself right there on the dash, let's just say. So it's a lot harder to rip you off. And let me explain what Grab is for a lot of folks out there. Grab is basically a taxi app. They call it rideshare, but it's a taxi app. In other words, you use Grab. It's in America, we would have either Lyft or Uber. In Vietnam, Grab just happens to be the big one. And it's actually a terrific, taxi company, where individual people who are, let's say, a motorbike driver anyway, they can, all they got to do effectively is download the Grab app, the driver, download the Grab app, register themselves, and blah, 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 blah. And then they're able to get rides pinged into them, get paid via Grab. And then likewise, customers or a white guy like myself, can show up here, download Grab. Oh, I want to go here to here. Ding, 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 ding. Done. And find it. That's what we mean. So, so anyway, it's pretty slick. Now, next, I did want to say, I don't personally use Grab at all. I'm familiar with it. I have before, but rarely. I think twice in my entire life out here because I don't need it. Again, when you speak Vietnamese, hell, you can hitchhike for Christ's sakes. Yeah, when you speak Vietnamese, it's easy. When you know all these scams, it's easy. No one can trick you. No one can fool you. No one can stop you. No one can rip you off, and you're not going to overpay if you know the language and know what's going on. If you don't know the language and don't know what's going on and don't know directions and don't know how to find your own way home and don't know all the scams, yeah, I would say Grab is a good idea. And for a lot of people, let's just say, again, you've been here for years, Grab is still a good idea for a lot of people a lot of times. I got nothing against Grab. I love it. In fact, one advantage is most of the time, if I want to go, let's say, downtown Hue to my house here in Hue, if I were to take Grab, it's probably going to be $20,000. If I were to take a normal taxi from downtown, it'll probably be like $55,000. So, it's practical in that sense that it is a little bit cheaper, certainly. As you would expect, in America, Uber and Lyft are going to be cars. And as you would expect, in Vietnam, Grab bike is more common, which is to say it's going to be a motorbike trip. And yes, it will be cheaper. Sweet. Grab bike does not exist in America as far as I know. Liability, man. Yeah. But let's see. A lot of Vietnamese people actually take Grab very consistently. And a lot of my Vietnamese friends take Grab every time. Sweet. Okay, because it's taxi and Grab scams. Okay, here's the things to watch out for. Okay, taxi and Grab scams. Where to begin? Okay, we'll start with the easy ones and go from there. I can't think of an order how to do these. One is they keep your luggage in the back and steal your luggage. Okay, that one's easy, and that's hard to do with Grab, and it's hard to do in a lot of cases. However, the easiest time to nail you is getting picked up from the airport, which is to say, these airport guys were all going to be sitting in a line and stuff like that, and they're okay. I'll just pick an example. Ton Son Yat Airport in Saigon. Okay, great. Let's start here. You have the option of getting a Grab bike. Sure. If you got luggage, fuck you. 2, waiting in line for the normal taxis and then get your taxi metered. Great. And then go downtown. So far, so good. 3, do a prepaid ride of some kind. In other words, I'll bring you downtown for $200,000, but or I'll bring you to this such and such area of town for a flat fee. Great. Those are the general ways of doing this kind of thing. Now, from the airport, this is an actual situation that actually happened. Check this out. Because I know I've done this before, I know exactly that I can get from the airport to District 1 downtown, where I was meeting some friends and family. I know for a fact that this is at most going to cost 160,000 dong maximum. And I know it takes a while, like 45 minutes or 50 minutes. I'm glad to pay that amount. Sure. But one day I came in and I was fresh off of 2 days of traveling. I'm like, haggard beard, haven't showered in a while, same underwear since Monday. And there was a huge line for people getting in taxis. So far, so good. And they're like, you want to go downtown, man? Yeah. And they're like, $300,000. And I was kind of out of it at the time. I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. I'll do that. So, and then they pull a taxi who's not in line, meaning I skipped this line of 25 people and I skipped this line of taxis and snap of the fingers, this guy pulls out, and great. I get in his taxi cab and we start pulling forward. And then I snap to reality. I'm like, wait, 300,000 to go downtown? Which is like, let's say 12 or 13 American dollars. Still a pretty decent deal for a 45-minute ride. But I'm like, no, fuck that. Yeah, no. Run the meter. Turn on the meter. And he's like, no, I can't turn on the meter. You agreed to 300. Turn on the meter. But no. Yeah. That donkey. Yeah. And he's like, no, but you agreed to this number. I'm like, all right, well, fuck you then, man. I'm going to get out of your cab. And then I open the door. I'll pull over right here, and you got to start unloading all my bags right now at the outside of the airport this second, right now. And he's like, but you already agreed. I'm like, nah, open the door right now, or I will consider this kidnapping. Drop me off or turn on the meter. You choose, dude. You drop my ass off right here, right now. Then you have to exit because it's one way. You have to exit the airport, pay the toll again, come all the way back in, and wait in line again and hope to rip off somebody dumber than me. Right now. Plus, yeah, yeah, right. Well, raise the fucking fit or drive me downtown for $0. Whatever, man. You turn on the meter, I'm getting the fuck out. Phải không giờ tối đi, hay là tối muốn đi bây giờ, giờ có hàng đi, là sẽ bây giờ nhưng là tối muốn ở đây, giờ vì tối muốn giờ tối muốn đó đi, no, không sẽ trả 300,000, so có muốn bắt đó hả? Man, speaking Vietnamese is useful. Damn it. Anyway, he's like, I got him by the balls. He turned on the meter. Right. We got all the way downtown, 110,000. Ha ha! I know that. He knows that. He knows I know that. He can't fuck me. Normal people who normally show up don't normally think about this and or don't normally care. I do, and I know. So, yeah, that saved me like roughly 200 grand. Of course, I tipped the guy. I gave him probably 150 by the time we were done. Decent tip. But that's normal rate. I'm not fucking him, but he's not fucking me either. Okay? So, I bring that... that's one thing. Anytime they quote you a flat rate, it is almost always higher than if you were to just run the meter. With that said, the cool thing with Grab these days is if you have the app, you can pull that up and at least get a quote from Grab, which is to say, if you pull out your smartphone at the airport in this example, and you type in District 1 downtown, bling, bling, ding, it'll show you Grab car, 125,000 dong. Well, that's pretty good to know. So then when you have this in your hand, and then you go to wait in line, and they're like, 300,000 downtown, flat rate. They're full of shit. Right. 500,000 go downtown. They're full of shit. Right. If you don't have that information, don't have a SIM card, don't have a smartphone, never went downtown before, can't even fathom how far it is, don't even know how the currency works out here, and have never been to Vietnam before, well, yeah, 300,000 seems like a pretty good deal. Right. They're preying upon that situation, and that represents roughly 10-20% of people who show up there. So yes, they're able to charge double, triple, or quadruple or more because people don't know what's going on. So I do think Grab is a good thing for this reason, is it gives people a bit of a ballpark on what you're shooting for. So in contrast, if you pull up the Grab and it says 125K, and then this guy is like 150K downtown, I'd pay it. Sure. Oh, you mean taxi now? I don't got to call. Don't got to wait. Yeah, okay. Plus, I'll tip you. Yeah, whatever. We're within $1, so all right. So that's a good thing. Now, there is an issue specifically related to Saigon and Grab and the airport, and it works like this. There are dudes sitting outside that wear the Grab uniform and have the Grab helmet and stuff like that. And what they do, they don't actually book trips at all. In reality, what they do is knowing full well that X% of people walking out of this airport are going to be walking onto this street to meet their Grab guy. For example, here's an example situation. A guy like me, let's just say, oh yeah, Grab bike. All right. Downtown, 100K-ish. Yeah. Book. Great. Meet outside at the Grab bike pickup location. Great. Yeah. Got my backpack. Do. Walk outside. A guy comes up, walks up to me and is like, hey, hello. You order a Grab? Yeah, that was easy. Yes, as a matter of fact. I got my bike here, sir. Let's go. Well, makes sense. That's exactly what I ordered. Perfect. Get them back by. Whoops. It wasn't actually my guy. In other words, the grab bike that I ordered is not the same as this other random unregistered guy who happens to have the grab jacket and grab bike helmet. The guy that picks me up. So as a result, this guy's not on the app. This guy has no reputation. This guy is more or less a liar, a gangster, an impersonator who is otherwise faking grab status, who has nothing to do with grab whatsoever. I'm not worried about getting like raped or killed or gunpoint, but he's going to certainly try in a few different ways. For example, maybe I've never done any of this bullshit, but I'm just saying I've heard of things like this as an example. This has happened to one person I talked to. Let me back up. I sit downtown Saigon, and I love to sit down there and talk with people. Go figure. And all I do all day is just listen to people's woes and scams. Yeah, I've heard thousands of scams. Yeah. This happened to a really nice gal that I was talking to. Yep. This exact situation happened exactly at that airport, exactly in Saigon. Yep. A fake grab guy, jumped in line, caught her. Great. Went all the way downtown. And then before they arrived downtown, he was like, oh, well, I'm close to getting downtown now. You want to pay me for the ride? And with a big smile, okay, I think so. Great. Well, do you have any money or do you need to go to an ATM first? I think maybe an ATM would be good. Okay, you do that. Yeah. Here's an ATM right here, madam. Okay, so for me, just 100,000. It's okay, no problem. Yeah, and great, I'll be right back. Goes to the ATM. Beep, 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 beep. Where's my fucking bag? You just got fucked. Yeah, she lost her entire bag on day one. Welcome to Saigon, son. Yep. Not because she's an idiot. Not because she's dumb. Not because she didn't. You just got scammed. Yeah. So these can sneak up on you, my friends. These can definitely sneak up on you. Using Grab is a tremendously good idea, but that does not mean that you are always safe under all circumstances, always. Shit, no. Yeah, her entire bag got stolen, all of her clothes, all of her backup documents. All she had was basically what was in her little fag bag, meaning her passport, thank God. Phone, in that instance, thank God. But her backup cash, all the stuff she wanted to bring, clothes, and hiking boots. I don't know why she brought those, but okay. Among other shit, all her shit's gone. She's basically luggage free. Next up, Big C. Glad you went to an ATM. Right. And now she has no recourse. What are you going to do? Call the cops and say, I put my bag on some motorcycle with some random guy, and then he randomly drove away. Can you please help find my bag? What'd your bag look like? I think it was blue. It's somewhere in this city. Good luck with that. Oh, you got to call in Vietnamese too, by the way. Good luck with that. So yeah, that would be an example. Again, I want to be very clear. These airports are there's sharks there, man. There's sharks there. That's all there is to it. How can you avoid this? Well, yes. First of all, if you do use Grab, and I recommend it, it's a good thing. I don't use it personally, but for most people, it's a good idea. Make absolutely sure when you do get on a Grab, a legitimate Grab person will show you the phone and will show like, I have an appointment to pick you up. You booked with me. Here's your name. Look, is this you? Yeah. If you do that only and nothing else, you win. Yeah. If you did that only and nothing else, no problem. You're good to go. Yeah. 2, if you keep your bags on your body, like for example, I don't really put bags in the trunk of any vehicle ever. Or if there's 2 of us, meaning let's just say 4 people that we require 2 cabs, my bag is with me in my lap at all times, under all circumstances. It does not go in a separate cab. I'll meet it there and pick it up. No, fuck that. Nope. I will never get like 2 motorbikes. This guy's got my bag and this one's got me. I have too much luggage to bring on one motorcycle. This is not the time to save money. No. You get one taxi, it's in your lap, that's it. You never give your bags and your shit to any other vehicle, not you, ever. If you do that only, you're doing good. If it was me getting on any grab bike or any stay home under any circumstances and I went to an ATM, yes, I would like either A, have one of my friends also sitting in that cab or holding on to that motorbike, or I would grab the physical keys from the guy and have hold the hand of the guy while I go to the ATM, perhaps, maybe, or grab all the bags off of me. So if he drives away, best case scenario, well, if he drives away, worst case scenario, I got a free ride 3/4 of the way downtown. You're never going to get my bags, bro, under any circumstances. You know, is the other one. Does it happen that taxis drop off people? Let's just say 2 taxis, 6 people, shitloads of bags. Oh, yeah. If they can snatch a bag, most of the time, you're talking about $1,000 worth of shit. You got cameras, computers, sometimes iPhones. You got backup hard drives. You got whatever. And it's very true that people can hold your shit hostage. To say that a different way, they can. This actually happened to me. I got my computer and hard drive hostage. Let's go there. Okay, so the worst data bag. All right, here it is, right here. Idiot Brad time. Idiot Brad time. I do not want to sound too ultra smart for you guys, okay? I want to really keep this tempered and humble, which is to say, I am an idiot too, okay? I get scammed by all this too. I don't want to sound like I'm some sort of perfect guy. No way. Not by a long shot, okay? Am I very smart right now? Yes. Do I avoid 99%? Yes. Am I unable to be scammed or am I perfect? No. I'm about to get scammed again in my life. All of us are, okay? All of us. But just don't make the same mistakes I did, okay? Here was probably the biggest skull raping I've ever had, okay? And arguably one of the dumbest and biggest deals I've ever had, okay? Here's the skinny of it. I was in Vietnam and I wanted to go to Laos. So far, so good. But I wanted, in my mind, I felt like, oh, I might, do a little work and catch up on my writing and blah, 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 while I'm in Laos for 6 days. So for some reason, like an idiot, I decided to bring my computer. And then, like an idiot, decided to bring my backup hard drive with me. And then I decided to bring my phone and then my backup phone with me, because I'm so smart. And then to save money, I decided not to get a Lao SIM card in any way. Great. And to save money, I decided to stay at places that don't have Wi-Fi. Because after all, I'm trying to get off the grid. I'm trying to enjoy Laos for what it really is. For some reason, I got to bring my computer to do that. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. All right, great. So far, so good. Trip went along without a hitch. So far, so good. In fact, I was on my way back to Vietnam. So far, so good. Right when we got back to, I was around Hue, as a matter of fact. They were like, all right, yeah, we're in Hue, time to get off. I'm like, perfect. And so as I got off, a bunch of other people got off the bus. I took a bus back and forth. Then there was a big pile of luggage, and they're like, your luggage is over there, sir. And I looked and, oh, sure enough, there's one of my bags. Looks great. And I'm like, where's my computer bag? Where's my computer bag? And they're like, oh, it's over in that pile. Keep looking. And I keep looking. Bus drove off. Fuck that. That guy's got my bag. My bag is on that bus. My bag is on that bus. The guy unloading bags specifically knew that. He knew that. He knew that my bag is this black computer bag. He knew out of all the bags to steal, that one's the one for sure. And he was right. Oh, yeah. My heart and soul. My heart and soul was in that bag. Yeah. Yeah. 5 years of traveling footage, all on that hard drive in that bag. Yeah. My entire lifeblood and livelihood. Yeah. All on that computer in that bag. Yeah. All of the accounts and all the good shit that I got in that computer in that bag. Yeah. But because I'm so smart, I also have a secondary recording device, which was in that bag. I'm so smart, I consolidated all my shit into one single bag. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I also back up a lot of my stuff all on individual memory cards, 64 gigs, 33 gigs, whatever, 32 gigs. Yep. All in that bag. Yeah. So this guy effectively ripped off fucking everything I got. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Now, thankfully, I have a bunch of friends in Vietnam and I speak Vietnamese, etc. Got a hold of the bus company, as a matter of fact, and brought up my bus tickets and so forth and so forth and so forth, and figured out where that bus was going, Saigon in that instance, and put forth a lost and found ticket, blah, 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 blah. So far, so good, but this is not America. So in reality, the bus driver himself realized, oh, you got a call related to this bag. He, the bus driver, said to the bus company, I'll take care of it. I'm going back to Hue anyway. I'll drop it off for this nice young man. What's his phone number? Blah, blah, blah. And here's what's happened next. He was just like, yes, I can drop it off in Vietnam or in Hue, Vietnam for you. I just request an extra 4 million dong as a skull raping charge. Yeah. So you need to like Western Union or bank pay me 4 million dong and I'll drop that off with you, which we did because I needed to. What happens next? Fuck you, Brad. Fuck you. 4 million more. Let's try this again. That worked great the first try. Oh, you're still a little out of the way. I mean, do this again. What do? You pay him again? And then he fucks you in the skull again. And then again. And how many times do you want to get fucked in the skull? How many thousands of dollars is this worth until you realize this guy is holding your bag hostages and is fucking you? Not in a good way. Yeah. I just got fucked. Yeah. And the guy's probably going to like resell, my hard drive and computer for, a few $100 or whatever. That's fine. This all happened. Now, how could this have been avoided? Here's a list of things. If I would have done any of these, if I would have done one of these, I would have been fine. Okay? This is going to sound real familiar by now. 1, don't bring your computer in the first place. Oh my God. I didn't turn it on once. Not once. Even if I would have, what the fuck important thing did I even want to do? Check my email? What could I possibly have done that I would not have been possible in, let's say, a normal internet shop for 50 cents an hour? Why would I ever bring the computer in the first place? If I just would have remembered that and nothing else, I would have been fine. 2, I brought both the computer and the backup in the same bag. Like an idiot. An absolute idiot. The point of a backup is like to have off-site, off storage in a different location, different place. Your house burns down. Your data is still good. You don't put the backup and the backup of the backup in the same place. By definition, that's not really a backup at that point. That's just a copy of your data in the same spot. Right. So I brought the backup and the original in the same unit. Bonehead play. Absolute bonehead play. If you would have asked me, is that a good idea? If you would have asked me that before I left, I would have said, nope. That is apocalyptically stupid, Brad. I didn't even wonder that before I left. No. I just hard drive. Well, it's my computer bag, so I got to put computer shit in the computer bag. Idiot. Yeah, man. So if I would have remembered that and nothing else, I would have been fine. If I would have put my my hard drive in my fag bag, in my backpack, in anywhere else except the computer, I would have been fine. If I would have left it at home, why would I need to bring my backup data on a trip? That makes no sense. In retrospect, I'm like, Brad, you're an idiot. Idiot. Why would you do that? Zero purpose. I was an idiot, and then I got burned big time. I lost years of personal data. I'm talking pictures, videos that are unrecoverable, photos and videos and voice recordings from, like, family members' funerals that are gone forever. Yeah, because of this issue. Oh, yeah. If I look back in the history of my life, the data for the last 20 years, pictures, videos, there's like a big gap. There's like a 1.5 year hole because of this issue. Because I was not careful. Because I was an idiot and I got skull fucked by this bus driver. Right. It all comes down to this. Don't bring the computer with me in the first place. Don't bring the hard drive in the first place. Put your shit separately, in different bags, something. Next, if I would have done any cloud storage of any kind, meaning if I would have had Google Drive and then put my most important shit up there, and if I did that only and nothing else, meaning I just had cloud storage and I still made all these other 8 idiot mistakes in a row, I would have been fine. He would have been like, give me $4 million for ransom for your blah, blah. I would have been like, fuck you, man. For $4 million, I'll buy a new computer. Fuck you. I'll take it as a loss. Right. So I got skull fucked out of my hard drive and all my data cards and my computer and $4 million. Woo! And I got zero of my data out of the works in the process. Mm-hmm. Whew. Okay, so these are critical mistakes. Okay, here's another one. This is what I follow now. Never do I put any of my shit under the bus, in storage, or whatever. If I'm flying locally or traveling or whatever, I never check in a bag. Nope. And none of my bags ever go under that bus under any circumstances. Ever. The bags are in my goddamn lap at all times, no questions asked. Is it cumbersome to have a bag plus my fag bag sitting in my lap? Yep. Don't care. It's way less cumbersome than losing it. It is literally impossible to steal from me while the bag is attached to me. Man. So if I would have done that, meaning I would have kept the bags with me on my lap and not put them under the bus, if I remembered that and nothing else, I could have made all the other mistakes, every shitty, dumb thing I just said. I could have made all those mistakes. If I would have done that only and nothing else, I would have been fine. So I'm recounting here. That's we're up to 5 mission critical dumbass mistakes in a row. If I would have not made one of them, we'd be fine. Yeah. Oh yeah. But the list goes on. Okay. Traveling with more than one bag. Oh my God. Why the fuck would I travel with 2 bags? If I just would have if it doesn't fit in one bag, you don't need it. Let me start there. I'm going to write that for clarity's sake. Never mind. There we go. If it doesn't fit in one bag, you don't need it. Done. If I just would have traveled with one bag only, like I do now, I mean, actually most of my life before that, after that, whatever, that was the one time I traveled with 2 bags. I don't know why I did. I'm an idiot. If I just would have traveled with one bag, well, it's easy for me to remember one bag. But when you got 2.5, fuck, it's a lot harder. If I just would have traveled with one bag only, I would have been fine. Man. The more shit you have, the easier it is to lose something. So anyway, these are the big ones, guys. To again summarize: go light, go simple. If you don't need it immediately today, don't bring it. Have data backups and data everywhere, online storage and cloud storage. Yeah. Keep your big money and your small money separate. Okay, your spending money, daily money, meaning less than 500,000, separate from 500,000 or greater at all times under all circumstances. Do not walk around in public with a lot of money on you. If you go to an ATM or go to Western Union or get paid for some item, get a deposit, whatever the case is, immediately go back and store that shit, put it somewhere safe. Not with you. Don't put shit in your pockets that's valuable. Okay, money under 100,000, sure, stuff your pockets. But a $1,000 iPhone, no, absolutely not. In fact, if you're going out partying for a night, why? Like, let's say you're in Hoi An and you want to go out to the bars to an all-you-can-drink special. Why the fuck? Why would you ever bring $1,000 iPhone with you for said adventure under any circumstances? Didn't you know for $30 you could buy a backup goddamn Samsung ass, Android ass smartphone with Facebook and Messenger and Maps and fucking SIM cards? Yeah, for $30 you can just get a burner. Yeah, why would you bring your original $200, $300, $500,000 iPhone with all your passwords and shit out when you're gonna go get drunk at the bar? Idiot. Don't do that. When you pay for anything, write it down. Take a selfie. Yeah. It's cheap, free, and easy. Yeah. That'll save you from getting money scammed, left and right. Absolutely. If you do get a Grab using an app, well, when you pick up the Grab using the app, check his Grab Guy app. Make sure that it's for you. That makes perfect sense. When you're in a taxi, run the meter. Yeah. When you're, let's just say you're paying or taking a cab, especially from the airport, be extra goddamn careful of your bags. Don't let them bag ransom you, and it's been, that bus adventure was one time, but the other circumstance was with, in Saigon. Yeah, the one taxi driver bag ransomed us. That means we dropped us off at our hotel, 1, 2, 3, 4, close the trunk, or 3 bags or whatever, put our bags in the street, and then came up with a smile. Oh, hello, sir, have a good night. Okay, thank you for riding with me. Took off with the bag still in the trunk. He knowingly opened the trunk with 4 bags in it, pulled out 3, closed the trunk and locked it, and then shook our hand as he drove away. And then afterwards, bag ransomed us. Thankfully, I speak Vietnamese and have a bunch of Vietnamese friends, in Saigon. Yeah, great question, Rob. Do I recommend buying a burner phone over here at home? Definitely, I would say Vietnam. Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. For shizzle and nizzle. Here's why. Look, man, you can get a... I'm not exaggerating. For if you want to go ultra, let's just say, okay, to put it in perspective, for $1 million dong, let's just say, $42, you can get a nice phone. Okay, if anyone else here in Vietnam has any quotes or whatnot, you can tell me for yourself in your own experience what you think a cheap phone would be. But the advantage of buying one in Vietnam is, well, it's here already. This is where you want it, right? 2, it's going to be unlocked 100% of the time. Perfect. Meaning you have no extra hoops to jump through in any way, shape, or form. That's a big one. Huge one, by the way. Yeah, but basically for $1 million dong in cash, bank, not you could get them as cheap as 600,000 if you wanted to. But whatever. then you can get a SIM card slapped in it and test it out immediately right at the same store. All right, make sure it works. Great. Now I got my 120 gig data plan. Fuck yeah. I mean, you can occasionally bring out your main phone, occasionally if you need to for some reason or another. But hey, if you're going off on a jungle trek or going out for an all night, all you can drink special, or going out scuba diving today, or whatever the goddamn case is, bring your burner. Yeah. Well, I mean, you're laughing, man. Yeah, and if you lose it, great. But you know what? Something funny about little burners, people don't like stealing those. In other words, if your burner phone is sitting inside of your motorbike seat and someone cracks open the seat and sees it, they're going to be like, fuck it. Close the button. It's not even worth stealing at this point. In some cases. Perfect. Why would you need your $500 phone when you're going to the jungle waterfalls? Like, right? Minimize the shit that you're bringing with you. You know, that's what I guess what I'm saying. Are there good deals from your home country? Sure. If you can get one that's unlocked, from your home country, yeah, more power to you. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. If your main phone that your daily driver that you've got in your home country just so happens to be cheap and you don't mind losing it, it's already pre-backed up, blah, 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 blah. So be it, Most people, most of the time, when they're traveling, only need their phone for like messenger apps of some kind. Maybe seeing YouTube, I suppose. Google Translate, let's just say. That's about it. So you don't need a fucking $500 phone to do those basic shit. A $30 phone will do it. Just saying. So anyway, that's a big one. And yes, phone ransoming is a big thing. Definitely a big thing. And it happens occasionally. Okay, so just trying to think about buttoning it up here. Thinking about some last kind of scams and ultimate shit to watch out for. I don't want to repeat myself too much. Otherwise, I'm going to keep saying, whoa, all the shit I just said. Just have your head in the game. That's all. A big one. Don't assume you're super smart. Don't assume that you're always safe. Don't assume you're smarter than the thief. Don't assume like, oh, my life has been good so far, so I'll be fine. I never lost my wallet in 10 years. Brag, brag. So it'll never happen again. Don't assume that. Don't assume, well, I'm super attentive. I am smarter, better, faster, stronger, more particular, more perceptive, and have a better memory than most people. Thus, I will always be safe forever. Don't assume that. Nope. In fact, if you do the opposite, if you assume that you're going to be making mistakes, if you assume I'm going to have dumb moments, I'm going to have blonde moments, I'm going to have inattentive moments, I'm going to be totally blind most of the time, I'm going to have no idea what's going on most of the time. I want the easiest, simplest, most idiot-proof way of living. Yeah, if you think that way, you're better off. Don't get arrogant. When it comes to traveling around and getting tours, grab bikes, bike tours, stay homes, taxis, and so forth, have your head in the game. Know exactly what it costs or ballpark what it costs beforehand. Have that money ready and separate from the rest of your money. Yep. Get ready. If you do that only, you'll never have an issue. Be careful. Oh, your phones. Back up your phone. Have the information on your phone. Have the dash line and password related stuff on your phone memorized and ready to go. If you lose your phone, have a game plan. For example, what is the IMEI on your phone? Do you have if you're Apple, great. How does Find My iPhone, how does it work? Try it. Sit on somebody else's, pretend you lost your phone, and then sit on someone else's computer and see what it's like to actually go through the app and actually try it. Do like a mock or practice lost phone thing. So then you could be like, oh, bang, they're going to need my Apple ID. Durr, what's my Apple ID? Durr. Well, know that, bro. If you don't know that, you're fucked. Yeah. So pretend you lost your phone and then go through the procedures required in order to be able to successfully recover it, right? That includes Find My iPhone, or in the case of Androids, there is Where's My Droid, WMD. I like that, by the way, where you can download that app and pay for it. There's a free version and then like a $10 version. Pay the $10. Oh yeah, when you pay the $10, you can do things like remote beep, remote GPS location. In fact, Where's My Droid will even take pictures with the front and back camera like every 5 seconds. Yeah, and then save those on the cloud so you can see the face of the people that are actually using your phone plus GPS coordinates. Oh, I recovered a phone that way, by the way. Where's My Droid? Yeah, some random guy picked up my phone, which fell out of my pocket because I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, it fell out of my pocket. He picked it up. Oh, what's this? Who's got this phone? Yeah, anyway, I saw that he was located at a Walmart, went to the Walmart, and I walked over to him. And I'm like, hey, buddy, thank you. And this was in America, by the way, but hey, buddy, thank you for finding my phone, buddy. And he's like, I didn't find your phone. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, you did, man. You found my phone today. Thank you. He's like, well, I'm like, and then I show him pictures. You look like this, right? Yeah, they do have a front camera on my phone, man. Yeah, and so that's how I found you. Maybe he pulls out the phone and hands it to me. Thank you. Now I'm glad all of a sudden that was worth the $6 for Where's My Droid app. Oh, yeah, big time. Do that. Know what you're doing. Be able to recover your phones. Similarly, do like with your wallet, do a mock recovery. What would you do if you lost your wallet? Oh, fuck. What's in my wallet? Oh, fuck. What numbers do I call? If you do a mock recovery, then you're damn glad that you got yourself your little list of, pre-photographed, cards and shit. You could be like, oh, mock call this number, done. Oh, wait, it only takes like 15 minutes if I do a, yes. So be very, very careful. Do your mock backups. I mean, when you do a mock or pretend lost my phone, you can be like, oh, fuck. Now what do I really have on there? What's the most precious stuff? You could report the IMEI as lost or stolen. Then next time anybody ever tries to activate that IMEI, meaning if it hits another cell phone shop in Vietnam here and they try to sit there and unlock that shit, it's going to ping Apple and it's going to log exactly who and where they tried to unlock your phone. Man, that's useful information if you know your IMEI. All you got to do is check your IMEI and phone status and details as far as that goes and screenshot it. Sweet. You got that, you're laughing. You don't have that, you're fucked. All of this stuff that I'm telling you are easy, one tiny gram of prevention, saving a metric ass ton of work on the back end. And most of these things that I'm suggesting you all do in the beginning and the front end, most of them are free or near free. So be as thoughtful as you can, because don't make the mistakes I did. Meaning that computer data loss ransom thing was one of the most egregious. The second most egregious would be getting arrested by the Thai military and going into Thai prison. That was probably the number one most egregious. The third most egregious would be like overpaying a taxi. Yeah, okay. They're pretty easy after that. Be smart, y'all. Keep your head in the game, y'all. And please acknowledge that this is a super, super, super safe country. Super safe, super awesome, super wonderful. And these scams that come up are actually quite rare in general. It is safe. Don't really worry about it that much. But it can be deceptive, because if you're here for 2 years, 3 years, never once have the slightest issue of any kind, you're going to get sloppy. And you're going to get robbed. So be as careful as you can, y'all. All right, I'm going to wrap up. It's been 2.5 hours already. Hopefully, some of these ideas are good for you. Hopefully, in the long run, I can save you guys money. That's a bunch of money that you don't need to spend. Hey, Melissa, cheers, y'all. Yeah. Oh, Blake, you'll be here in a month, buddy. That sounds terrific, my friend. I'll look forward to that. When we'll have a beer with our rooftop right here and maybe even live stream together. Who knows? But take good care of yourself there, Blake. You too, Quentin. Take care. Rob Foley, I'll look forward to seeing you. And, oh, Melissa, yeah, learning Vietnamese. Yeah, we'll focus on just you guys here. Thank you for joining me live stream. This info is valuable too, I hope. And you guys are data warriors and digital nomads, so losing data, I bet, probably really hit home for you. Anyway, love you guys. I appreciate the, being, well, catch me as often as y'all do, and loyalty and so forth. And we'll see you around in the future. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, or in my case, Monday. Later, y'all.